Now that we have all the equipment we need, let's download some audio editing software. The only audio editing software I've ever used is an excellent free program called Audacity. To download this, go to audacityteam.org and click the blue button which prompts you to download the latest version of the software. That accomplished, head to your Downloads folder and run the application. Now let's calibrate Audacity so that it produces recordings consistent with ACX's specifications. If you already recorded your narration without this calibration, like I always do, don't worry. I will explain how to edit pre-recorded audio so that it conforms with ACX's requirements later in this series. To set up Audacity so that the recordings we make are automatically ACX friendly, open a new file in Audacity, click Edit, and then click Preferences. Click the Quality tab on the left side of the window. Set your default sample rate to 44,100 Hz. Set your default sample format to 32-bit float. Finally, set your sample rate converter to best quality, slowest. Now let's set up a track to record over. If you're using a microphone setup like the one I described in the previous video, with a solo USB audio interface, in other words with an audio interface that has only one XLR port, you will have to record over a mono track. To do this, click Track, Add New, and Mono Track. If you have an audio interface with two XLR ports, like the obsolete quad capture audio interface that I use, into which two microphones can be plugged, then you'll need to add a stereo track, which is a track with two lines of audio. Each audio line of a stereo track will record the input from a separate microphone, and each line will play in either the left or the right ear of your headset. If your mic setup is like mine, you might have to play with the phantom power dial at the back of your audio interface in order to get your mic to record. Sometimes, when my mic is stubborn and refuses to record, I just flip the phantom power dial off, wait for about 5 seconds, and then flip it back on. This usually solves the problem. Before you start recording, make sure that the sensor dial on your audio interface is set to a suitable position. I prefer to record my narration with the dial set to between the 1 o'clock and 3 o'clock positions. Although this is a little quiet, it prevents our audio from being distorted by excessive loudness, which cannot be fixed. You can always make your track louder afterwards, but to the best of my knowledge, you cannot fix distortion. Before we start, let's do a test to see if we are getting the audio quality we want. Adjust your microphone so that it is between 3 to 5 inches away from your lips, and place the pop filter between your lips and the microphone. Place your cursor at the beginning of your empty track and click the record button, which looks like a red circle. Say a few words into your microphone, and make sure that the audio signature is a decent size and shape, not too small, and not cut off at the tops and bottoms from being too loud. When you're finished recording, click the stop button, which has a black square. You can listen to your test recording by placing your cursor at the beginning of the track and clicking the green play button. If you recorded over a stereo track with only one microphone, like me, you will notice that the audio only plays from one side of your headset. To fix this, click the black arrow next to the words Audio Track, click Split Stereo to Mono, and then delete the empty mono track. We are now ready to record our audiobook. Later in this series, I will explain how to edit your audio so that it sounds good, and so that it accords with ACX's specifications. In the next video, I will share a few tips that personal experience has taught me on how to record good quality narration. See you there.